Hello everyone and welcome to Mary's Make Shop. Today I'm going to be talking about how to mount your workpiece onto the engraver T-slots. A workpiece is a term really used to mean what you're going to cut, so for my workpiece I'm going to use some wood or walnut that I have. Now for this mounting method, the first thing I did was make a cut on the workpiece using a table saw, right at the bottom, leaving enough room so that it's strong enough and doesn't split. And this Chinese router that I purchased came with an aluminum T-slot table that we'll be mounting our workpiece on. And this is actually, T-slot tables are an old technique that predates CNC. So now we're going to take a bolt, a washer, and a nut and actually have the head of the bolt thread into the T-slot table. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I did. Sometimes the head rotates and it's hard to tighten it. So I actually filed some flats onto the bolt itself so that it doesn't rotate when it's upside down inside the T-slot table. So let me see if I can get a good shot of those flats. I'm just going to turn this. Okay, yeah, there you can see it. These really, allow you to secure the nut when you're, and the bolt for when you're trying to tighten it. So let's put the washer on and the nut on top. And now I'm just going to insert the whole thing into the T-slot table on the Chinese router. You kind of have to pull up on the nut when you're setting it in, otherwise it gets stuck. So I'm going to actually put the washer inside that cut that I made on my workpiece and an aluminum booster block underneath the other side of the washer. So now that that's all set up, I'm just going to take my tool and we're going to turn the nut to tighten it down. And the washer and the helper or booster block will really allow us to put a lot of pressure on the workpiece and really secure it so that when we're cutting it's not moving around. I'm going to really tighten that. Okay, that seems pretty tight. Yeah, my workpiece is really on there. It's shaking the table. But I put them, there's two matching ones in the back as well. So now that that's mounted, I wanted to show you a method to not have such a messy workspace with material everywhere and using a shop vac to vacuum it up as you're milling. So I started with an aluminum piece and I milled out a circle the diameter of my shop vac hose, and then also a semicircle to go around the spindle motor, and then 2 holes for 1/8 of an inch screws to mount onto the spindle motor support. So here you see it's mounted. There's the 2 1/8 inch screws that are screwed onto the spindle motor support. I'm just going to take my vacuum hose and just go right through that circle that I made. I'm trying to get that near the cutter. This is just a regular shop vac. You probably have one in your shop as well. So then I just had to mount it and secure it so it's right above the cutter, and of course nothing else than duct tape is what I used. So it's working pretty well. You can actually see here the wood shavings going into the vacuum hose. But if you guys have any other ideas of how to have not such a messy workspace, I would love to hear them. So thanks so much for watching.